Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So, in the last lecture, we have discussed about the cost associated with inventory, and in that, we have discussed that there are five different types of cost which are associated with the inventories, and that will be nothing but that is nothing but a purchase capital cost, ordering cost, and in that ordering cost we have seen that there are different factors which will affect on the ordering cost. That is nothing but the purchasing, that is also called as administrative charges, then inspection cost, then accounting and transportation cost. Then the fourth cost we have discussed that the inventory carrying cost. Okay, and we have discussed the shortage cost also. Okay, so in that we have discussed the factor which are included in the inventory carrying cost. That is nothing but storage cost, handled cost, then depreciation, taxes and insurance, then cost on record keeping, then product deterioration and obsolescence, then spoilage, breakage, pilferage and loss due to perishable nature. Okay, these costs are account for the inventory carrying cost. Then we have discussed the effect of shortage. Okay, shortage means what? If there is a demand and there is unavailability of a material in a stock, so what will be the effect of this particular shortage? So in that case we have to perform the back order cost, back order, and that cost will be considered as a back order cost. Then loss of a future sales, then loss of a customer goodwill, then extra cost associated with urgent small quantity ordering cost, and loss of profit contribution by lost sales revenue. Okay, so these are the effects of a shortage cost we have discussed, uh, or the shortage cost association include what type of a categories that we have discussed in a last lecture. Also we have discussed the terminologies uh, for the inventory control. So first one is a demand. Okay, so demand, it will be expressed in a unit of time. Okay, requirement per unit time. Then order cycle. Okay, so difference between, or the period difference between the two orders, that will be considered as a order cycle. Then lead time, the time between placing the order and receiving the material, that particular time period will be considered as a lead time. Then we have discussed the safety stock. Safety stock is nothing but the minimum buffer stock which will be held for the purpose when there is a peak period. At that time the stock will be useful in a rush orders. The stock will be useful in a rush orders. That will be nothing but a safety stock. Then inventory turnover. So some of the companies, or if you consider that one of the company is maintaining the stock for 3 months, so in that case in a 1 year time period we have to fill up the inventory, or replenish the inventory 4 times. Okay, so there will be a 4 time turnover of, or the inventory will be finished, whatever the stock we have maintained, that will be finished 4 times in a year. Okay, 4 times in a year. Okay, so reorder level. So reorder level means what? The level at which we have to start, or the level of inventory at which we have to start the replenishment action. Okay, or a we have to start the ordering, the uh, we have to start the order of that particular uh, that material. So that is nothing but what? The reorder level. Okay, so level for the inventory level at which we have to start the order order process, that will be considered as a reorder level. Then reorder quantity of a material to be ordered at the reorder level, that quantity will be considered as a reorder quantity. That quantity will be considered as a reorder quantity, that we have discussed in the last lecture. Then in this particular lecture we will start the new point, and we try to understand this particular point, that is inventory cost relationship. Okay, important point. that will be this. If you understood this point, then it will be easy to understand the problems on the inventory. Okay, if you understood this particular point, then it will be easy to understand the inventory problem. So today's point, inventory cost relationship, is an important point in the sense of further models which will be included in this particular chapter, and the problems related to this particular models. Okay, so if you understood this particular point, then it will be easy to you to understand the problems and the further models of inventory control. Okay, so we have discussed already that cost associated with the inventories. Okay, we have already discussed in the last lecture which are the different types of cost that associated with the inventory. That is nothing but purchase or a production cost, capital cost, then ordering cost. Then in that ordering cost, we have discussed the different types, that purchasing, inspection, accounting, transportation. Then we have discussed the inventory carrying cost and the shortage cost. Okay, so this cost we have already discussed. Now while carrying any inventory, if you consider that the purchasing or the production cost is same, okay, for throughout the period of time. Okay, for particular time period, if purchasing cost or the production cost is a constant one, then which cost will we have to consider that as a variable? Okay, which cost we have to consider as variable? So there are two major costs which are associated with inventory. That is nothing but we have to consider as these two costs as a variable cost. First one is nothing but procurement cost. Okay, or that is nothing but ordering cost. Okay, so ordering cost is one of the variable, and second one is the inventory carrying cost. Okay, second one is the inventory carrying cost. These are the variables if you consider the purchase or the production cost is a constant for the particular time period. Okay, these are the two major cost which will be which is associated with inventory. That is nothing but procurement cost or the ordinary cost and inventory carrying cost. Okay, so here I have to give one example to you how this procurement or ordering cost is going to vary. Okay, say that if you need 1 lakh component in a 1 year time period. Okay, if you consider you required 1 lakh component in a 1 year time period, and for a particular order. Okay, for a particular order, your ordering cost is 100 rupees or 1000 rupees. Okay, consider 1000 rupees for a particular order. Okay, so if your order level or the order quantity is 10,000, means what? uh, uh, in particular order you are ordering 10,000 components. So how many orders you required in a year? You'll require 10 orders in a year to fulfill the requirement of an inventory. To fulfill the requirement of inventory, if you want to purchase the 1 lakh component, and you have placed the order of a 10,000 components for 10 times, then and then only your requirement will get fulfilled. Okay, so 10 times ordering cost will be applicable on that particular 10 orders. Okay, so that is nothing but 10,000 rupees will be invested, or it will be accommodated to purchase the 1 lakh component. If you say that, if you increase the order quantity, okay, so that you have increased the order quantity or the product quantity in a one order from 10,000 to 20,000. Okay, if you say that, if you increase the order quantity from 10,000 to 20,000, then you have a requirement of 1 lakh component in a year. Okay, so how many orders you need to place? Okay, so in that case you have to place only 5,000 five orders in a year. Okay, if your order quantity is 20,000, then in that case you have to place 5 orders in a year. Okay, so in that case your ordering cost will be only 5,000. If you are considering that uh, uh, the ordering cost for one order is 1,000 rupees, then in that case your ordering cost for whole year will be 5,000 rupees only. Okay, for a particular product, 5,000 rupees only. So if you are increasing the order quantity, okay, in a particular order, if you are increasing the order quantity, so in that case your ordering cost goes on decreasing. Okay, ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी वाढवत चालला, ओके, ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी वाढवत चालला तर तुमची ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट काय होत जाणार आहे, कमी होत जाणार आहे. ओके, ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट काय होत जाणार आहे, कमी होत जाणार आहे. ह्याच्या उलट जर तुम्ही ऑर्डरिंग क्वांटिटी म्हणजे एका ऑर्डर मध्ये तुम्ही किती प्रोडक्ट मागवताय, ओके, ही ऑर्डरिंग क्वांटिटी जर तुम्ही कमी केली, ओके, तर तुमची ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट जी असणार आहे किंवा जी प्रोक्युरमेंट कॉस्ट जी असणार आहे ती काय होणार आहे, वाढत जाणार आहे. ती काय होणार आहे, वाढत जाणार. सो हिअर that is explained by this particular chart. Okay, this is explained by this particular graph. Okay, so say on y-axis we are considering the cost, and on x-axis we are considering the order quantity. Okay, on x-axis we are considering the order quantity. Okay, so let's say that this is the line. Okay, this line, this curve line is for the ordering cost, annual ordering cost. Okay, this line, curve line, shows the annual ordering cost. Okay, so here we can say that if your order quantity is very less, okay, in that case your ordering cost for 1 year will be very high, as per as you are going to increase this particular ordering quantity. ओके, जसे जशी तुमची ऑर्डरिंग क्वांटिटी वाढत जाईल तसे तसे तुमची ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट आहे ती कमी होत जाईल. ओके, जशी जशी तुमची ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी वाढत जाईल तसं तसं तुमची अॅन्युअल ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट आहे ती कमी होत जाईल. ओके, गेटिंग एव्हरीवन? समजते सगळ्यांना व्हॉट इज मीन बाय ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट, ऑर्डरिंग क्वांटिटी? समजते हे सगळ्यांना? आणि काय रिलेशन आहे त्या दोघातलं? जर तुमची ऑर्डरिंग क्वांटिटी कमी असेल तर तुम्हाला ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट, वर्षभराची ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट जास्त द्यावी लागेल. ओके, आपण समजून घेतला आता एका उदाहरणावरून. जर तुम्हाला 1,00,000 कॉम्पोनंट एका वर्षात प्रोक्यूर करायचे आहेत किंवा परचेस करायचे आहेत आणि तुम्ही जर 10-10 हजाराची ऑर्डर देत असाल प्रत्येक वेळेस, तर ऑर्डर करण्यासाठी तुम्हाला माहित आहे ऍडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव्ह चार्जेस द्यावे लागतात, इन्स्पेक्शन चार्जेस द्यावे लागतात, अकाउंटिंग चार्जेस द्यावे लागतात, ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन चार्जेस द्यावे लागतात. ओके, ती झाली तुमची काय, ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट झाली. तुम्ही 10 वेळा ऑर्डर देणार आहे तर 10 वेळाची ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट जर समजा तुमची एका ऑर्डरची कॉस्ट 1,000 रुपये आहे तर 10 वेळा ऑर्डर दिल्यानंतर त्याची ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट किती झाली तर 10,000 रुपये झाली. ओके, तीच जर तुम्ही एक ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी वाढवली, ओके, 10,000वरून पहिली सुरुवातीला तुमची 10,000 ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी होती ती 20,000 केली ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी. ओके, तर तुम्हाला 5 ऑर्डरच प्लेस करावं लागतील वर्षभरात. ओके, 5च ऑर्डर तुम्हाला प्लेस करावं लागतील वर्षभरात आणि 5 ऑर्डरची कॉस्ट तुम्हाला किती लागणार आहे, 5,000 रुपये लागणार आहे. म्हणजे तुम्ही ह्याच्यावरून ऑर्डर कॉस्ट आणि ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी ह्याचं रिलेशनशिप एस्टॅब्लिश करू शकता. जसं ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी वाढत जाईल तुमची, ओके, पर ऑर्डर तुमची ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी, नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स जसे जसे वाढत जातील तसं तसं तुमची ऑर्डर कॉस्ट असणार आहे ती कमी होत जाईल. ऑर्डर कॉस्ट असणार आहे ती कमी होत जाईल आणि एका लेवलला येऊन ती स्टॉप होईल. एक समजा तुम्ही एकाच ऑर्डर मध्ये 1,00,000 कॉम्पोनंट मागवले तर 1,00,000 कॉम्पोनंट मागे तुम्हाला म्हणजे 1,000 रुपयेच तुमची ऑर्डर कॉस्ट झाली. ओके, 1,000 रुपये ऑर्डर कॉस्ट झाली. सो दिस ग्राफ विल, यू कॅन सी दॅट दिस लाईन, ओके, कर्व लाईन, this shows that the annual ordering cost. This line shows that annual ordering cost, and as your order quantity goes on increasing, this annual order cost goes on decreasing. This annual order cost goes on decreasing. Getting everyone? Now the next factor or the next cost, that is nothing but inventory carrying cost. Okay, inventory carrying cost. Now there is a direct relationship between the order quantity and the inventory carrying cost. Okay, so inventory carrying cost असणार आहे ह्याचं ऑर्डर क्वांटिटीशी डायरेक्ट रिलेशनशिप असणार आहे. कसं, let us consider that you have ordered 20,000 component in one of the order. Okay, and you have stored that component. Okay, so now if you say that for 10 days or for 1 month, for 1 month you required only 10,000 component. Okay, you required only 10,000 component. So in that case, the 10,000 component will be ideal for the next month. Okay, will be ideal for the next month. So the for next 1 month, that particular component will carry the extra charges for the particular space. Okay, for electricity, for ventilation, for transportation, or for the movement purpose. Okay, so that cost will be considered as a inventory carrying cost. Okay, now here is inventory carrying cost. Okay, what is meant by inventory carrying cost? For annual inventory carrying cost, if you consider the annual inventory carrying cost, then it is the product of average inventory and कॅरिंग कॉस्ट. ओके, जी काय तुमची ऍव्हरेज इन्व्हेंटरी आहे मल्टिप्लाय बाय एक प्रोडक्ट कॅरी करायला तुम्हाला किती कॉस्ट लागते. ओके, ऍव्हरेज इन्व्हेंटरी मल्टिप्लाय बाय कॅरिंग कॉस्ट. Okay, that is nothing but annual inventory carrying cost. Okay, so now this particular annual inventory carrying cost is directly to the quantity in a stock. Okay, जशी तुमची ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी वाढत जाईल तशी तुमची इन्व्हेंटरी कॅरिंग कॉस्ट पण काय होत जाणार आहे, वाढत जाणार आहे. कारण की तुमच्या वेअर हाऊस मध्ये किंवा जो स्पेस आहे इन्व्हेंटरी ठेवण्यासाठीचा, तो स्पेस ऑक्युपाय होत जाणार आहे आणि त्याच्यावरती म्हणजे ते स्टोअर करण्यासाठी तुम्हाला जी लागणारी कॉस्ट आहे ती पण वाढत जाणार आहे. सो दॅट ऍज दिस पर्टिक्युलर ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी, नाउ यू कॅन सी हिअर, ऍज this particular straight line is for the annual inventory carrying cost. This particular straight line is for the annual inventory carrying cost. So as this particular order quantity goes on increasing, जशी जशी ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी तुमची वाढत जाणार आहे तस तसं तुमची annual inventory carrying cost पण वाढत जाणार आहे. Now these two factors are very different from each other. Okay, these two costs are very different from each other. Okay, so first factor, that is nothing but annual ordering cost. So it is inversely proportional, and whereas this annual inventory carrying cost is directly proportional to the order quantity. Okay, now we have to find out the economical order quantity. We have to find out the economical order quantity and the combination of these two costs. Okay, so combination of these two cost is nothing but what? Inventory cost, total inventory cost. Okay, that is the annual total inventory cost or annual total cost associated with the inventory. Okay, so it is the combination of these two costs. Okay, annual inventory carrying cost and annual ordering cost. ह्या दोघांचं कॉम्बिनेशन काय? Annual total cost. Okay, ह्या दोघांचं कॉम्बिनेशन काय? Annual total cost. So this graph, okay, you can see that this upper curve is for the annual total cost, which is the combination of annual inventory carrying cost and annual ordering cost. हे ह्या दोघांचं कॉम्बिनेशन हा ग्राफ दाखवतोय. Okay, so now initially, as we can say that as the order quantity goes on increasing, this particular graph tends towards the x-axis. But as this order quantity goes on increasing, the annual total cost is also goes on increasing. Okay, annual total cost is also goes on increasing. Now where these two graphs are crossing each other, okay, annual inventory carrying cost line and annual ordering cost line, where these two lines cross each other, okay, and the cost or this particular point will be the lowest point for the annual total cost. Okay, हा जो पॉइंट असणार आहे ह्या ग्राफ वरचा लोएस्ट पॉइंट आहे. So that will shows that this is the lowest cost associated with the order. This is the lowest cost associated with the order. Okay, so this point will pass through this particular cross section point. Okay, crossing of that particular annual inventory carrying cost and annual ordering cost. Now this point or this line, if you extend towards the x-axis, the point or the quantity we will get on x-axis, that quantity is nothing but what? Economic order cost. That quantity is nothing but economic order cost. Getting everyone? समजतंय सगळ्यांना काय आहे that cost and the cost associated with that particular or the investment associated with this particular quantity will ensure that the minimum blockage of a capital investment, okay, will ensure that the minimum investment or a minimum blockage of a capital investment. Okay, so cost associated with this particular quantity will ensure that the minimum blockage of capital investment. Okay, getting everyone how it shows on this particular graph, order quantity versus the cost. Okay, so first of all, you need to understand that the two costs are the major part of the inventory carrying cost, okay, or the annual total cost. First one is nothing but the procurement cost or the ordering cost, and second one is nothing but the uh, inventory carrying cost. Second one is nothing but the inventory carrying cost. The ordering cost is inversely proportional to order quantity. Okay, as the order quantity goes on increasing, annual order cost goes on decreasing. Okay, whereas the inventory carrying cost is directly proportional to order quantity. As the order quantity goes on increasing, inventory carrying cost goes on increasing. Okay, so where these two lines are crossing, the quantity associated at this particular point on the x-axis, that will be the economical order quantity. Okay, this quantity will ensure the minimum capital blockage or uh, minimum capital investment blockage of the company. Okay, so and the this upper graph is the combination of annual inventory carrying cost and annual ordering cost. Okay, so this upper graph is the um, combination of annual inventory carrying cost and the annual ordering cost. Getting समजतंय सगळ्यांना काय चाललेलं आहे? Okay, so please draw this particular graph and write down the points related to this inventory cost relationship. Okay, समजतंय सगळ्यांना? Please mention in the chat box. Please mention in the chat box whether you are understanding the point or not, whether my voice is clear or not. Please mention in the chat box whether you understood or not. Okay. Okay. Thank you. If you have any problem, please mention in the chat box, or you can unmute. If you have any doubt, you can unmute and you can ask that doubt. No problem. Please note down the points. Important topic. Please note down the points. Okay. There are two major costs associated with inventory. First one is procurement cost, and second one is inventory carrying cost. Annual procurement cost varies with the number of order. Okay. This implies that the procurement cost will be high if the item is procured frequently in in small lots. Okay. The procurement cost is expressed as a rupees per order. Procurement cost will be expressed as a rupees per order. Then the annual inventory carrying cost is the product of average and inventory multiplied by carrying cost. Okay. Average inventory multiplied by carrying cost is directly to the quantity in stock. Okay. This is annual inventory carrying cost is directly proportional to the quantity in stock. The inventory carrying cost decreases if the quantity order per order is small. The order costs are diametrically opposite to each other. The right quantity to be ordered is one that strikes a balance between the two opposing cost. This quantity is refers to as economic order quantity. This quantity refers as economic order quantity. So it is also called as EOQ. Okay, economic order quantity, EOQ. The cost relationships are shown in the figure. Okay, draw this figure. Figure is also important. Okay, shall I move ahead to the next point? Shall I move ahead to the next point? Please mention in the comment box. Have you noted all the points? Okay. So now we are entering in the inventory models. Okay. What is the classification of inventory model? So that we are going to see now. In every inventory model or in every inventory management, the ultimate goal is to find out the order quantity. Okay. The ultimate goal is to find out the order quantity. So that particular order quantity will be referred for multiple orders. Okay, one order quantity will be referred for the multiple orders. So this is the important or the basic problem of inventory management, is to find out the order quantity. So uh, here most important thing, we have discussed that there are two costs, that is nothing but ordering cost and inventory carrying cost. In inventory management models or the inventory models, it is the models are so designed in such a manner that these models tries to reduce the ordering cost and the inventory cost. Okay, so total inventory cost. Okay, so inventory models helps to find out the order quantity, which minimizes the total cost. Okay, so total cost is the sum of the order cost and the inventory carrying cost. Okay, so here ultimate goal of this particular inventory management is to find out the order quantity. Okay, and to minimize the uh, annual total cost related to the inventory. Okay, so annual total cost is the addition of ordering cost and inventory carrying cost. Okay, it is the addition of the ordering cost and inventory carrying cost, so that the models are trying to reduce the ordering cost and the inventory carrying cost. Okay, so the inventory carrying cost are separated in two categories. Firstly, the deterministic, and second one is the probabilistic. Okay, First one is the deterministic and second one is the probabilistic. Why this segregation is there? Okay, so we will try to understand what is mean. First of all, we try to understand the below portion, that is nothing but the next hierarchy of this particular deterministic and probabilistic is nothing but fixed quantity system and fixed period system. Also, it is included in probabilistic inventory model, that is fixed quantity system and fixed period system. Okay, so fixed quantity system, in fixed quantity system, what happened, the order quantity remains constant for each and every order. What will be happen in the future, so the order quantity will not be changed. Okay, order quantity will not be changed, it will remains same, but the period may be vary. Means what, if you are ordering some of 100 components in January month, okay, 1st of January, and you may order the same quantity at 1st of February also, or you may order that particular quantity at 28th of February also. So the period will get vary, okay, but the quantity remains same as 100 number of products. Okay, for the example purpose, I am saying that the quantity remains same for each and every order, but the period of order, okay, दोन ऑर्डर मधला जो सायकल टाइम आहे तो चेंज होऊ शकतो. सायकल टाइम आहे, दोन ऑर्डर मधला जो टाइम आहे तो व्हॅरी होऊ शकतो, पण जी क्वांटिटी आहे ऑर्डरची ती सेम राहते. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ सिस्टीम इज कॉल्ड एज अ fixed quantity system. Okay, this kind of a system is called as a fixed quantity system, whereas the another type of a system is opposite to the fixed quantity system, that is nothing but fixed period system. Fixed period system. Now here between two order the time period is a constant one. Okay, time period constant आहे दोन ऑर्डर मधला, but you can vary the order quantity. ओके, फिक्स्ड पिरियड सिस्टीम मध्ये काय आहे, दोन ऑर्डर मधला टाइम पिरियड काय आहे, कॉन्स्टंट आहे. म्हणजे काय, 1 जानेवारीला तुम्ही परचेस केलं, ओके, प्रोडक्ट परचेस केले किंवा ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी मागवली, ओके, इन्व्हेंटरीसाठी मागवली, तर तुम्ही 1 फेब्रुवारीला दुसरी क्वांटिटी मागवली, तर सेम दॅट इज नथिंग बट 1 फेब्रुवारीला मागितली, त्यापुढे तुम्ही 1 मार्चला मागवली. ओके, सो पिरियड दोन ऑर्डर मधला पिरियड एका महिन्याचा आहे. ओके, तो पिरियड सेम राहणार. ओके, तो पिरियड सेम राहणार, पण तुम्ही फ्लक्च्युएशन कशात करू शकता, तुम्ही ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी मध्ये करू शकता. म्हणजे काय, तुम्हाला 1 जानेवारीला 100 कॉम्पोनंट लागणार आहेत. ओके, तर तुम्ही 1 फेब्रुवारीला ऑर्डर टाकणार आहे, त्या केसमध्ये तुम्हाला 100 लागणार नसतील, 50 लागणार असतील तर 50 मागवू शकता. 1 मार्चला तुम्ही ऑर्डर टाकणार आहे, त्या केसमध्ये तुम्हाला त्या ऑर्डर मध्ये तुम्ही 150 करू शकता. ओके, सो इन फिक्स्ड पिरियड सिस्टीम द पिरियड बिटवीन और द सायकल टाइम और द टाइम बिटवीन दिस टू ऑर्डर इज अ कॉन्स्टंट वन, whereas the order quantity may get vary. Okay, so this is the second hierarchy of deterministic model and the probabilistic model. Okay, so it is same for the deterministic model also and the probabilistic model also. Now we try to understand what is meant by deterministic model and probabilistic model. Okay, so what is a deterministic model? Okay, so deterministic model is one kind of a structured model. Okay, so here the basement is assumptions. Okay, certain assumptions are considered. Okay, and these assumptions are or whatever the problems are related to the inventory or uncertainties, that uncertainties will be covered up by this particular assumptions. Okay, the basic assumptions are there. Okay, so there will not be so much variation between the order quantities. Okay, between the stocks. Okay, so the stocks order quantities will be remain same. Okay, as this model is considering that the main factor like lead time will remain stagnant. Okay, will remain constant. Okay, so जो लीड टाइम आहे ऑर्डर प्लेस करणाऱ्यातला आणि ऑर्डर रिसीव्ह करणाऱ्यातला जो टाइम आहे, टाइम पिरियड आहे, तो कॉन्स्टंट राहणार आहे. हे assumption असतं deterministic model मध्ये. Okay, so what is the problem related to the deterministic model? Okay, so we are considering that forecasting technique. Okay, forecasting technique करून आपण मागच्या 4 महिन्याचं कन्सिडर करून 5व्या महिन्यात काय प्रोडक्शन असेल ह्याच्यावरती भर देतो. ओके, समजा एखादं फोरकास्टिंग टेक्निक वापरून आपण एक समजा बाईकच्या बाबतीत कन्सिडर करूया. ओके, नोव्हेंबरचा सेल घेतला, ऑक्टोबरचा सेल घेतला. ओके, समजून घेऊया ऑक्टोबरचा सेल घेतला, सप्टेंबरचा सेल घेतला, ऑगस्टचा सेल घेतला, जूनचा सेल घेतला आणि नोव्हेंबरचा बाईकचा सेल काढायचा आपल्याला. ओके, हिअर वी आर कन्सिडरिंग, वी हॅव टू कन्सिडर the previous 4 years, 4 months or 3 months data for predicting the sale of that particular product in the next month. But what happened in the November? There is Diwali festival. Okay, there is a Diwali festival, but according to the deterministic model, what happened? It will consider the backdated data only and predicting the future. Okay, but there is no seasonal change. It is considering there is no it is not considering the uncertainties which is behind the assumptions. Okay, so due to that sometimes it will be problematic to handle the deterministic model. Okay, sometimes it is problematic to handle the deterministic model. So essentially a deterministic model is one where the inventory control is structured on the basis that all variables associated with inventory are known, predictable, and can be predicted with a fair amount of certainty. Okay, because of this, inventory is counted, tracked, stocked, and ordered according to a stable set of assumptions that largely remain the same. So with the deterministic model, it is presumed that factors such as lead time will remain stagnant constant. Okay, in practice, a deterministic approach to inventory may see business owners or inventory managers blindly ordering inventory without considering variables that are subject to change. Okay, that are subject to change. This may lead to, for example, over ordering a certain items in an inventory on the basis that it has been popular over the for the past few months, without considering whether the trend may have passed or may be about to pass. Okay, in this situation, company may end up with the inventory gathering dust on a shelves, which is nearly impossible to sell, resulting in reduce the profitability. Okay, so if you are considering that, if you are not considering the seasonality, if you are not considering the trend of that particular product in the market, then it will be affect on the profit of that particular company. And in deterministic model, there is very less chances to consider the trends, seasonalities, and due to that particular lacunas of the model, the deterministic models are less likely to be used in the industries. This particular deterministic model less likely to be used in the industries. Whereas the probabilistic model, on the other hand, we can say that the spectrum is the probabilistic model. Spectrum means what? There is always fluctuation in the market, and that fluctuation and the trend and seasonality, all these particular factors are considering in a probabilistic model, which says that there is generally some degree of uncertainties associated with the inventory variables. The demand pattern is particular. Okay, so जो काही demand pattern market मध्ये आहे तो particular season साठी आहे, particular time period साठी आहे. So that is the approach of a probabilistic model. Okay, and this particular probabilistic model consider all the uncertainties which are happening about that particular product. Okay, in the future, in the past, and that will be accommodated in the model. Okay, so that will create one extra factor which will affect if any foreign factor affecting on the cell, that factor also probabilistic model consider, and the demand or the order quantity goes on changing according to the seasonal changes, according to the trend. So with this model, everything inventory control related is predicted on the assumption that the demand may fluctuate and may not always be predictable. Okay, so प्रत्येक वेळेस आपण ते गोष्ट प्रिडिक्ट करू शकू असं काही नाही. Demand is always fluctuating, and we have to consider all the factors uh, uh, which are affecting on the demand of the product. Okay, so in practice, probabilistic approach would be informed by the assumption that not everything is certain, especially relating to the inventory. A probabilistic approach allows for fluctuation in demand and consider this when it comes to managing inventories. Because of this, a probabilistic model may be the preferred approach for many business owners and inventory managers. By identifying changes in demand, inventory can be managed appropriately so that supply is neither excessive nor inadequate. When it comes to ordering inventory, historic sell trends won't be the only factor taken into account, but will be one of the various factors that will influence the final order. By using the probabilistic model, inventory will be more adaptable and therefore easier to mold alongside external changes. Okay, समजते सगळ्यांना. सो सिंपल भाषेत सांगायचं झालं तर डिटर्मिनिस्टिक मॉडेल काय करतंय, तर काही ऍझम्पशन वरती बेसिस आहे ते. ओके, आणि सर्व काय प्रॉब्लेम इन्व्हेंटरीचे आहेत ते त्या ऍझम्पशन आपण सोडवू शकतो. हे हा डिटर्मिनिस्टिक मॉडेलचा अप्रोच आहे. ओके, मोस्टली दिस डिटर्मिनिस्टिक मॉडेल कन्सिडर द पास्ट डेटा ओनली. ओके, this deterministic model does not consider the trend of the product in the market. This deterministic model does not consider the seasonality of that particular model. According to season, seasonality means what? According to the season, the demand of the particular product goes on changing. That is nothing but a seasonality. So these are the lacunas of deterministic model. So that this particular model does not miss the approach of businessmen to don't use the deterministic model. Instead of deterministic model, try to use the probabilistic model. So probabilistic model always consider the uncertainties of the uncertainties of the market, fluctuation of market. So it is says that it is a spectrum is the probabilistic model. That is nothing but what? It is having zigzag nature. It is never constant. It is continuously varying. Okay, and it is changing according to the trends, according to the seasonality and various effects in the market. And this all the uncertainties uh, accommodated in the model, and the demand, or we can say that the order quantity goes on changing according to the certain situations, okay, so that this particular model is more adaptable and therefore easier to mold alongside external changes. Means जसे काही चेंजेस होत जातील मार्केटमध्ये, ते सगळे चेंजेस अकोमोडेट करायला प्रोबॅबिलिस्टिक मॉडेल हे बेस्ट मॉडेल असणार आहे. ओके, गेटिंग एव्हरीवन, समजतंय सगळ्यांना? सो प्लीज नोट डाउन इन्व्हेंटरी मॉडेल. ओके, सो दिस पर्टिक्युलर ट्री डायग्राम फॉर द इन्व्हेंटरी मॉडेल, and we'll move ahead to the next point. This point means the deterministic explanation of this deterministic model or probabilistic model is not included in our syllabus, but I want to explain this to understand better what are the difference between deterministic model and probabilistic model. Please note down the points on this slide and draw this diagram. Try to understand the difference between fixed quantity system and fixed period system. Fixed quantity system and fixed period system. समजतंय का सगळ्यांना? फरक समजला का डिटर्मिनिस्टिक मध्ये आणि प्रोबॅबिलिस्टिक मध्ये? फिक्स्ड क्वांटिटी सिस्टीम म्हणजे काय, फिक्स्ड पिरियड सिस्टीम म्हणजे काय, Getting everyone? Please mention in the chat box whether you are getting or not. If you have any problem, you can ask. To the next point. Have you noted all the points? Shall I move ahead to the next point? Okay. So write down 2 points. Initial 2 points related to the deterministic model. Okay. So it will be easy to understand. What is deterministic model? Okay. Okay. So probabilistic model. Next, probabilistic model. On the other end of the spectrum is the probabilistic model, which says that there is generally some degree of uncertainties associated with inventory variable. The demand pattern is particular. With this model, everything inventory control related is predicted on the assumption that demand may fluctuate and may not always be predictable. Again, note down this particular point. In practice, a probability approach would be informed by the assumption that not everything is certain, especially relating to inventory. A probabilistic approach allows for fluctuation in demand and consider this when it comes to managing inventory. Okay, write down these 2 points. So shall I move ahead to the next point? So we are moving to the next point, that model number 1, economic order quantity. So this particular model is the basic inventory model. It is also called as basic inventory model, EOQ model, in that basic inventory model. Okay, so our ultimate goal is to find out the order quantity. Okay, and we always trying to minimize the total cost associated with the purchase, delivery, and storage of the product. Okay, so the model, this all the models of inventories or in inventory control systems tries to find out the economic order quantity and try to reduce the cost associated with these inventories. Okay, so the model is based on some assumptions. Okay, so first one is demand is deterministic, constant, and it is known. Okay, for the particular time period, the demand is constant. That is the first assumption to apply this particular model. Okay, so here only they have mentioned that demand is deterministic. Okay, that is nothing but what? All the factors which are affecting on the demand, that factors are the constant factors. Already it is constraint, and the demand is constant one. Okay, so the second assumption is stock replenishment is instantaneous, lead time is 0. Okay, so that is the second assumption that insists that there is no delay in order, and there is no delay in between order and we can say that the receipt of the material. So that is nothing but what? The stock replenishment is instantaneous. Then the price of the material is fixed. Okay, any model in any inventory management, we have to consider this particular factor, the price of the product. That is nothing but the purchase cost or the production cost. That is always a constant one. Then ordering cost does not vary with the order quantity. Okay, whether it is 100 quantity or whether it is 1000 quantity, the order quantity, the cost of the product or the order will not vary with respect to the order quantity. Okay, so these are the assumption we require to run this particular model, EOQ model, economic order quantity. Now here we are going to understand this particular figure. Okay, so on y-axis there is a quantity and on x-axis there is a time. Okay, now the highest limit is shown as a maximum inventory level. Okay, maximum inventory level. Okay, so this lowest dotted line shows that the minimum inventory level in that particular warehouse. Okay, and the consumption rate of that inventory level goes on varying. Okay, the consumption rate of this particular inventory level goes on varying. So now we have to find, we know that the maximum inventory level and minimum inventory level. So our first outcome is average inventory level. So on the basis of maximum quantity and minimum quantity, we can find out the average quantity of a inventory, average quantity of a inventory. That will be useful to find out the average annual cost on the inventory. That will be useful to understand or to find out the average cost on the inventory. Okay, so first point, we'll come to know that there is one minimum level inventory and there is one maximum level inventory over the time period, and on that basis we have to find out the average inventory level. Okay, we have to find out the average inventory level, and there is a change in consumption rate. Always there is a fluctuation in consumption rate. It will not remain same for the certain time period. Okay, for the certain time period. Okay, So let us consider D be the annual demand units per year. Okay, so consumption of unit is D, okay, for the particular time period or for particular year. Then C suffix O, that is C naught, will be considered as a ordering cost. Okay, so ordering cost, which will be inclusive of the administrative cost, transportation cost, inspection cost. That will be the combination of all these costs. That is nothing but a ordering cost. So ordering cost, it is expressed as a rupees per order. Ordering cost is expressed as a rupees per order. So for that particular ordering cost, we are given the significance as a C suffix naught. Okay, C naught. Then C suffix H will be signifies that the inventory carrying cost. Okay, so inventory carrying cost will be expressed as a rupees per unit time. Okay, rupees per unit time. Okay, then CP will be the price per unit. Okay, CP is the price per unit. Then Q is equal to order quantity. Okay, order quantity किती आहे. So then Q star will represent the economic order quantity. Q star will be represent the economic order quantity. Capital N will be represent the number of order placed per annum. Okay, and T suffix C will represent the total cost per annum. Okay, T suffix C will represent the total cost per annum. Now this total cost per annum will be the addition of total ordering cost and total inventory carrying cost. Okay, total cost per annum will be the addition of total ordering cost plus total inventory carrying cost for that particular year. Getting everyone? Now annual ordering cost. Okay, एका वर्षात टोटल किती पैसे ऑर्डर करण्यावरती खर्च झालेले आहेत. दॅट इज नथिंग बट व्हॉट, अॅन्युअल ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट. ओके, एका वर्षात ऑर्डर करण्यावरती किती पैसे खर्च झालेले आहेत. ओके, दॅट इज अॅन्युअल ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट. सो दॅट विल बी इक्वल टू नंबर ऑफ ऑर्डर्स मल्टिप्लाय बाय कॉस्ट फॉर पर ऑर्डर. ओके, कॉस्ट ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट फॉर per order. Okay, so number of orders multiply by ordering cost per order. Okay, एका ऑर्डर मागे किती कॉस्ट आहे, मल्टिप्लाय बाय नंबर ऑफ ऑर्डर्स. ओके, so that will be the annual ordering cost. Now this number of orders will depend on the demand and the order quantity. This particular number of orders will depend on the demand and the order quantity. So समजा आपण समजलो की वर्षाला 1,00,000 डिमांड आहे आणि आपली ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी 10,000 आहे. ओके, एका ऑर्डर मध्ये आपण 10,000 कंपोनंट किंवा प्रोडक्ट मागू शकतो. तर टोटल नंबर ऑफ ऑर्डर किती झाल्या, 10 झाल्या. 1,00,000 डिवायडेड बाय 10,000, that will be the 10 number of orders. So number of orders we can express as annual demand divided by order quantity, and once again multiply by ordering cost per order. Okay, so annual demand is nothing but, annual demand we have signifies by capital D. Okay, annual demand we can signify by capital D, and the order quantity will be expressed as a capital Q. Okay, will be expressed as a capital Q. Then ordering cost will be expressed as a C suffix naught or C naught. Okay, so annual ordering cost will be expressed as D divided by Q multiply by C naught. D divided by Q multiply by C naught. Okay, D divided by Q multiply by C naught. Now we have discussed that initially also we have discussed in this particular point. Okay, the annual inventory carrying cost is the product of average inventory multiplied by carrying cost. Okay, product of average inventory and carrying cost, that is nothing but what, annual inventory carrying cost. Okay, so that we have expressing over here. Annual inventory carrying cost is equal to average inventory investment multiplied by inventory carrying cost. Okay, average inventory investment multiplied by inventory carrying cost. So initially here also we have discussed that from these 2 points, that is maximum inventory level and the minimum inventory level, it will be if you know the 2 points, maximum and minimum, then it will be easy to find out the average inventory. it will be easy to find out the average inventory. So the average inventory investment will be nothing but maximum inventory minus minimum inventory divided by 2. Okay, maximum inventory minus minimum inventory divided by 2. Okay, that will be the an average inventory investment. And inventory carrying cost will be fixed one. Okay, so it will be per product cost or over the batch on the cost of that particular inventory. Okay, so this cost will be remain same. So variable is here one. Okay, maximum inventory minus minimum inventory divided by 2, that is nothing but average inventory investment. So we have provided, we have given that the maximum inventory. Okay, so our order quantity, here we can say that Q is the order quantity multiplied by CH is the inventory carrying cost. Okay, divided by 2. Okay, divided by 2, because order quantity, we can say that maximum inventory minus minimum inventory, that will be considered as a order quantity multiplied by CH is the inventory carrying cost. Okay, inventory carrying cost divided by 2. Now annual total cost, that is nothing but TC. Annual total cost, TC, will be nothing but the addition of annual ordering cost plus annual inventory cost. Okay, ह्या दोघांचा addition काय असणार आहे, तर annual total cost असणार आहे. Okay, so it will be equal to D multiplied by C naught divided by Q plus Q multiplied by CH divided by 2. Okay, now here we have to determine the economic order quantity. So for that purpose we have to differentiate this particular equation with respect to DQ. Okay, we have to differentiate this particular equation with respect to DQ, and we have to equate this equation equal to 0. Okay, we have to equate this equation equal to 0. So after differentiating and equating it equal to 0, we'll get that we will get the equation dt suffix c, that is the differentiation of total cost per annum divided by with respect to the order quantity. Okay, with respect to order quantity is equal to, so dc naught divided by q, differentiation will be q raised to minus 1. So q upon numerator side ला आणलं, dc naught raised to dc naught multiply by q raised to minus 1. Okay, so q raised to minus 1 च differentiation काय असणार आहे, minus 1 multiply by q raised to minus 2. Okay, so it will be minus d multiplied by c naught divided by q square. Okay, plus differentiation of q multiplied by ch divided by 2, it will be represented as ch divided by 2, and it will be equated to the 0. Okay, so once we have equated to the 0, now we have to find out the economic batch quantity. Okay, economic order quantity. Okay, so whatever the equation we have getting over here, okay, if you express in the q format, then that quantity is nothing but a economic order quantity. So q star, q will be converted into q star. Here whatever the q square is there, so we have shifted on this side, and it will be 2q square equal to minus d multiplied by c naught plus ch. Okay, so q star will be equal to in a square root of 2dc naught divided by ch. Okay, so I think time is up now. Please note down these particular points. Model number 1, economic order quantity with instantaneous stock replacement. Okay, note down the assumption at least, so that and draw the diagram. We will see the derivation once again in the next lecture. Okay, at least please note down these particular points. Economic order quantity with instantaneous stock replacement, in bracket basic inventory model, Please note down the points. We'll discuss the derivation related to this particular point in the next lecture, no problem. But at least please note down this particular graph and assumptions related to the economic order quantity. If you have noted all the points, then you can leave the lecture, no problem. Please put up your roll numbers in the chat box.